she was in charge from 2013 to 2017. First, the offline cash handover. The suspicion began in August 2014 when Obatampa Microfinance elected to return an approved loan facility of about 500,000 Ghana cedis. It was exactly 500,000 Ghana cedis, 500,000. Here was the investigative red flag. Investigators suspected criminal intent when the former CEO refused a trace bank check. She refused a check in return when she asked for the money back because she had already given the money out in check, ADB check, for an investment. But the money had been given before she began to dictate the percentage of interest she needed. That was 24%. And the microfinance institution said 24% is too much. And she says, return my money. They are returning the money in check. She says, no, bring it back in cash. So she insisted in receiving fiscal cash at a Batuna filling station, fuel station, and subsequently left the entire transaction off MASLOC's official financial ledgers. That's the prosecution's case. 2, the phantom failed activities and diverted relief. As forensic auditors probed further into the 2015 and 2016, severe expenditure anomalies emerged. Sensitization funds. Over 1.8 million Ghana cedis was withdrawn in cash tranches, supposedly to train 85,000 loan beneficiaries nationwide. Investigators suspected fraud after verifying that a mere 1,300 Ghana cedis was ever actually spent on the ground, leaving nearly the entire sum unaccounted for. There was a fire at Kantamanto market. Following a devastating market fire, presidential relief funds of nearly 1.5 million Ghana cedis were allocated to support affected traders. The detectives uncovered that over 570,000 Ghana cedis was siphoned off into private hands before reaching the designated microfinance account. It was supposed to be given to these beneficiaries through another microfinance entity. Grossly inflated procurement and unlawful commitments. This is the big one. By late 2016, the scope shifted to large-scale procurement. MASLOC entered into single-source contracts for vehicles and dual SIM mobile phones without seeking required approval from the Public Procurement Authority. Here was the investigative red flag. The investigators established unlawful conduct by comparing contract invoices against open market retail rates. Manasseh also did some work in that regard. He will join us shortly. There was a Chevrolet Aveo cars which were quoted at nearly 75,000 Ghana cedis each. That's a unit price, against a market value of about 47,000 Ghana cedis. You see the difference? There were these 33-seater Isuzu buses, which the state was billed at over 440,000 Ghana cedis per unit, exceeding the market value by over 150,000 Ghana cedis per bus. Samsung mobile phones were priced at nearly 93,000 Ghana cedis for units valued on the retail market at just 24,000 Ghana cedis. So in total, these inflated deals generated a direct overpricing loss of over 22 million Ghana cedis, while illegally committing the state to an unapproved supply obligation of over 61 million Ghana cedis. There was an end of tenure payout. That's what I'll end this with. In January 2017, you know, elections have happened. As her tenure came to a close, over 270,000 Ghana cedis in unapproved ex gratia and leave in lieu payments were authorized and disbursed to the CEO and her deputy. Here was the investigative red flag. The auditors deemed these payments unlawful because they lacked statutory backing, board authorization, or valid administrative approval. So when aggregated, the transactions represented a calculated direct loss to the state of over 25 million Ghana cedis, alongside an unauthorized procurement burden of over 61 million Ghana cedis. These findings form the foundation of the prosecution, culminating in the April 2024 verdict, when the High Court sentenced Sedina Tamakloe to 10 years imprisonment in absentia, and Daniel Axim, her deputy operations manager, to 5 years imprisonment. He fell under 24 counts, while Sedina fell under all 78 counts, 78 counts. Now, that verdict has been overturned.